History often presents itself as a complete record, carefully organized and confidently explained. We are taught timelines, names, and outcomes, encouraged to believe that what survived was what mattered most. But beneath this orderly surface lies a darker truth. History is not only written by survivors, it is curated. And sometimes, entire civilizations are not lost by accident, but deliberately buried. This story is not about a civilization that faded quietly or collapsed under its own weight. It is about a society whose memory appears to have been systematically erased, its name removed, its achievements ignored, and its existence reduced to scattered fragments that refuse to disappear completely. What remains is not a mystery of absence, but one of intention. Archaeological evidence suggests that this civilization was once influential, organized, and advanced in ways that rivaled its contemporaries. Its settlements were carefully planned, its technologies practical and refined, and its social systems stable enough to sustain generations. Yet, unlike other ancient societies, its presence in historical records is strangely thin. Where one would expect detailed accounts, there is silence. Where references should exist, there are gaps. At first, scholars assumed coincidence. Perhaps records were lost to time, destroyed by fire, flood, or decay. But as more evidence emerged, that explanation became insufficient. Patterns began to form, patterns that suggested removal rather than loss. In regions where this civilization is believed to have existed, later cultures built directly over its remains. Temples were dismantled and repurposed. Stones were reused. Symbols were altered or defaced. Inscriptions that might have named rulers or gods were deliberately chipped away, leaving smooth surfaces where words once existed. This was not neglect. It was erasure. More troubling still was the behavior of subsequent record keepers. Historical texts from later periods make vague references to those before us or the old ones, yet never provide names or details. Achievements attributed to later empires bear striking similarities to technologies and practices uncovered in the buried layers below them. It is as though the knowledge survived, but its origin was intentionally forgotten. Why would a civilization be erased from memory rather than celebrated as a predecessor? The answer may lie in power. History is a tool of legitimacy. To rule effectively, new regimes often rewrite the past to place themselves at the center of progress. A powerful predecessor can threaten that narrative. Erasing them removes competition, not in the present, but in memory. Some historians believe the buried civilization posed a cultural or ideological challenge to those who followed. Its beliefs may have conflicted with emerging religious systems. Its social structure may have contradicted new hierarchies, or its influence may have been so extensive that acknowledging it would undermine claims of originality made by later powers. There is also the possibility that the civilization fell not through weakness, but through conquest, and that its conquerors chose silence as their weapon. Destroying armies is easy. Destroying memory is harder, but far more effective. When names are forgotten, resistance ends forever. Evidence supporting this theory is subtle but persistent. Burial layers show signs of rapid destruction followed by immediate reconstruction. Artifacts from the earlier culture appear intentionally broken, not worn. Sacred sites were desecrated, then built over. It is as though someone wanted to ensure that nothing recognizable remained. Even the language of the civilization seems to have been targeted. Linguists studying inscriptions have found abrupt disappearances of certain symbols and scripts, replaced almost instantly by new writing systems. Languages do not usually vanish overnight. When they do, it is often because speaking them has become dangerous. Over time, the buried civilization became a shadow. Its people vanished from stories. Its gods disappeared from prayers. Its name dissolved into nothing. And yet, despite all efforts to erase it, traces survived. Because complete erasure is impossible. Modern archaeology has begun to uncover these traces. Beneath well-known historical sites, researchers have found older foundations that do not match the official narrative. Carbon dating places them centuries earlier than expected. Artistic motifs appear without explanation. Engineering techniques emerge before their supposed invention. Each discovery raises uncomfortable questions. If this civilization existed, why was it not recorded? And if it was recorded, why were those records removed? The answer may be that history, as we know it, is not neutral. It is shaped by choices, by what is preserved, what is destroyed, and what is allowed to endure. Entire civilizations can vanish not because they were insignificant, but because they were inconvenient. What makes this story especially unsettling is how familiar it feels. Even today, narratives are controlled, voices are silenced, contributions are erased. The methods may be more subtle now, but the intent remains the same. Power seeks permanence, and memory is one of its greatest threats. The buried civilization serves as a warning. It reminds us that absence in history does not mean absence in reality. Silence does not equal insignificance. And what we are taught to forget may matter more than what we are encouraged to remember. As excavations continue, more fragments will surface. Stones will speak. Patterns will emerge. And while the civilization may never be fully restored to memory, its erasure will no longer be complete. History tried to bury it, but the ground remembers. Subscribe to this channel for more